Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. In this video, we're going to talk about the cops being on the hunt for Liam Payne's Rolex after the fall. And I'm going to point out to you that the investigators and the police department working on Liam Payne's case, they have been lying to us. And the mere fact that the police department can publicly lie like this, it means that one or more of them are involved in orchestrating Liam Payne's death, might also be included in taking out Liam Payne, and if not, for a fact, they are involved in covering up Liam Payne's death, right? Now, I want to bring you back to the report on Friday, wherein they said the guy was arrested because he abandoned Liam Payne, right? So they basically said he abandoned a corpse. No, I want to ask you guys, how does that even make any sense when the initial reports are that Liam Payne was either unconscious or semi-unconscious? He was outside his balcony. He was outside the balcony alone, and then he fell over the balcony, and the fall is actually what led to his death because he hemorrhaged and all of that. How are you going to put that report out in the public and then come back and tell us that, you know what, this guy who was rumored to be Liam Payne's manager abandoned a corpse? You can only abandon a corpse when someone is dead, which means that they are lying. They said that this guy fled the scene after realizing that Liam Payne is dead. That's a lie. And if the police department released such a report, because the Daily Mail has the report, the Sun has the report, the Mirror, and I also believe that TMZ has the same report. So it could be that the media outlets are very mischievous. They're highly mischievous. It could be that these media outlets collectively came together and say, you know what, we're going to lie on these, investigators working on Liam Payne's case. So this indicates that they are lying, which is given the sense that the police department is trying to cover up the actual cause of Liam Payne's death. Not just that, remember that they said, the guy told us that he left Liam Payne about 40 to 45 minutes before the time it was reported that he was acting wild, he was acting erratic. And this is how you know a lot of things it's just not adding up. Because, for example, if the hotel receptionist, if they hear Liam Payne acting wild, acting erratic in his hotel room, they called 911 and they said Liam Payne was in his hotel room alone and there's a balcony outside his hotel room. So why would the police department go back to say, this guy who is supposed to be his manager was there, and when he realized that Liam Payne was unconscious, he fled the scene? It's not making any sense, because wouldn't someone from the hotel have seen him? Why is it so convenient that shortly after, just minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so after they call the police to say, you know what, Liam Payne is acting erratic in his room and he's in there alone, why is it that shortly after that phone call, he fell over the balcony? That's not making any sense. And this guy is also saying the CCTV footage that the hotel has, they have camera in the lobby. Reports told us that they have cameras at an underground entrance to the hotel. So they basically told us there were cameras everywhere. So if there are cameras everywhere, they should have seen, Liam Payne's friend leaving the hotel room at least 40 to 50 minutes, as he said, and he said that when he was leaving, Liam Payne was in the lobby chatting up a storm with staffers and guests. So, the police department is lying. They are the ones who are putting out these reports. And I don't know if they think that we're so stupid we would not pay attention to the minute details, but we are. Their report is inconsistent. And once they put out inconsistent reports such as these, it means they're lying. Also, the third guy that they said was on the run on Friday, Brian, the waiter, he's saying that, he wasn't on the run. He was not on the run. He hasn't been quizzed by the police. He literally said that, he was at home when he heard that he was on the run shortly after he was picked up by the police. No, he's saying that he never supplied Liam Payne with any drugs. As a matter of fact, Liam Payne supplied him with drugs because he was invited to Liam Payne's hotel room. He spent the night there. And, that was it. No, he's not saying that they had a relation, but if you can imagine, two buddies, two pals hanging out, drinking, smoking, doing whatever they like to do. This guy's saying that he met Liam Payne at the previous hotel with his girlfriend, Kate Cassidy. So, the police department is lying. They're lying about everything. One or more police officer knows what went down in that hotel room, and one or more police officer is covering up for the killers. But let's get into this report that is coming out from TMZ, because I don't know why 2024 these people, decide to, make us look stupid or think that we're stupid or slow. We're not. We are definitely not. No. According to this report, Liam Payne, cops on the hunt for his Rolex watch after fatal fall. Now, we're going to pull this report from TMZ because several media outlets are coming out with this report. Also, what I'm observing, as I've been saying for the past 2 weeks, it seems as though whenever the media releases any information, the police department contacts them and asks them to retract the information. I've been seeing where the report, for example, last night, the report that came out about Brian, it came out sometime after midnight, and then this morning, the report is not the same. And I've included example on my video before this one. I've included screenshots of the report that is out, and I read the updated report. And it's not as though there's error in it. It's just that they have retracted some of the statements. So that in itself is very telling. Now, according to TMZ, law enforcement sources in Buenos Aires confirms to TMZ Liam Payne's father, Geoff, asked for his missing Rolex watch after he was given Liam's possession. He flew to the city last month, saying the watch has a sentimental value. Police confirm the Rolex has disappeared. I'm going to tell you what they're going to do with this Rolex, and I believe one of the police officers may have the Rolex. They're going to tell us that Liam Payne traded the Rolex in exchange for drugs. That's what they're going to do. But let's continue with this report. They're saying that security camera video reportedly showed the watch on Liam's wrist hours before he died. But authorities say Liam was not wearing the watch when he fell from the balcony, and they officially state it was not stolen after he fell. That's it. So we know that the watch was stolen. It was stolen by those people in the hotel room, because as you guys can remember, Sloan told us that there were at least 4 to 5 people in that room seconds after they blew the scopolamine in his face. So I believe one of those individuals might be a police, and if not, one of the 4 or 5 individuals had taken his watch. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with it, but let's see how that turns out, and let's see how the police department tries to spin this story again, because they're going to change the story. Mark my word, they're going to change it. If a police is involved, you mark my word, they're going to change it, right? Now, they're saying that police in Argentina are trying to locate Liam Payne's Rolex watch after his drug-fueled fatal fall from the 3rd floor balcony of his hotel room. TMZ has confirmed law enforcement tells us the former One Direction singer expensive timepiece went missing around the time his body landed in the courtyard of the Casa Sur Palmo Hotel in Buenos Aires on October 16th. So they're saying that it missing when his body landed on the ground. As soon as his body landed on the ground, which indicates they're trying to insinuate that someone went there, took the watch off his hand, and that's not true, because this report, I'm not saying that TMZ is lying. They're saying that the watch was not on his hands when it fell. Then it says, it was missing seconds after he fell. So these are the little things that you can use from the police department, from the investigators, to know that someone is trying to cover up for someone. Now, La Nación, a Buenos Aires newspaper, reported the watch was not found during police raids on the hotel and homes of 3 suspects who were arrested last week in connection with Liam's death. The defendants, a friend of Liam's hotel housekeeper and an alleged drug dealer, were charged respectively with abandoning the musician and supplying him with narcotics. The media outlet says police plan to return to the hotel for another search of Liam's suite in the case they missed and watched during their initial sweep. La Nación also claims surveillance footage shows Liam wearing the watch the day he died, quoting a prosecution source who said he had it on in one of his hands, and he had it at least 2 to 3 hours before his fatal hotel fall. Again, which means one of those people took it or someone from the police department took it, okay? Now, they're saying that the cops have another mystery to solve in the ongoing case. So they're saying there's another mystery, and the mystery in this case they're talking about is the watch. No, I believe that, they may very well try to pawn this watch, and if they do, let's see who tries to do so. Okay? But again, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it as many times as I have to. Some member, if not a group, it has to be at least one member from the police department who is involved in Liam Payne's death. Normally, whenever there's an area, because a lot of people are doing some checks, even the people from Argentina have basically exposed that there's a drug house close by that hotel, and tourists are always targeted by that drug house. So as such, if there can be such a successful drug house, knowing that, tourists is always coming to that area and the police department hasn't done anything, it means that the police department is also a part of that. And that's how it normally works. They have no interest to clean up that street because it is benefiting someone in authority. And who else? No one else but the police department. But guys, we're going to leave that at that because I'm going to go back through all the report through a fine-tooth comb. And I'm talking about every single report that has been released by the police department. I'm going to go back through it with a fine-tooth comb because a police is definitely involved in Liam Payne's passing, okay? And no one can convince me otherwise. At least not at this time. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what are your thoughts. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, stay safe, and see you guys later. Bye guys.